Thank you for staying tuned and we first get you details of what is happening in the valley. SI Kashmir has conducted raids at 8 locations and unearthed nearly 1.5 crore rupees of cash that were raised by anti-India forces for terror funding. Raids that were linked to a cleric, his name is Sarjan Barkati, who waylaid youth to terrorism. Searches that are on in 8 locations in Kashmir. This is a massive crackdown on the cleric. And those are the pictures on your screens. Zeenat will join us shortly to give us more details on this man, Maulvi Sarjan Barkati, who is openly known to incite Kashmiri youth for violence against Indian state. 8 locations connected to Barkati that have been raided early this morning, where nearly 1.5 crore rupees of cash was also recovered. And Zeenat, I believe you're with us on the broadcast. The man is known as Pied Piper for estraying the youth in the valley. And now this is a massive crackdown on him. Give us details of what has happened.
See, Suyesha, if we see the Barkati, Sarjan Barkati, he has been quite active during 2016 and his speeches have been quite inflammatory. If you go through the speeches and you will see that the kind of speeches he was making, inciting youth to take to violence and pull down Indian state in Jammu and Kashmir. And then we also see the SI registered a case in 2023 February related to the crowdfunding against Sarjan Barkati and others, in which he has raised around 1.5 crore with his family, making emotional appeal to the general public to support them for their livelihood. But now the SIA is investigating that under this grab, Sarjan Barkati not only generated huge funds, but also laundered money coming from unknown sources suspected to have originated from the terror outfits, and for which he was also, as per as the investigating agency says, that he was into the successionist terror campaign. SIA has identified 10 suspects' involvement that has surfaced in the initial investigation, and the searches have been carried by them in the 8 locations. As far as the Sarjan Barkati is concerned, it tells us that he was trying to befool people as far as inciting violence, because he was only making money for himself and for his masters, because as far as the funding that has come to his account, he has generated around 1.5 crore, and in that he has used that money and has also purchased a land worth around 45 lakhs in Anantnag of South Kashmir in the name of his wife, which later he sold to 72 lakhs, making a profit of around 27. That he built a palatial house and has also purchased a 5 canal land in order to establish a madrasa, a terror factory, to incite youngsters to join the terror ranks. But before he could do that, investigating agencies zeroed as far as that place is concerned, and large chunk of ill-forgotten money has also been deposited in several FDRs in the name of his family members. This tells you that not only he was earning for himself, for his masters, but also he was befooling public, because the kind of speeches that he made during 2016's agitation, we can say that he was a pipe who used to openly invite and incite youth to take violence in Jammu and Kashmir. And we have seen those videos, the inflammatory speeches that were made by him. Now, recently, last year, 2022, end of 2022, he was booked under PSA. So there have been the actions coming against him time to time, but now the SIA is investigating as far as the terror funding is concerned, how he was generating the money and how he was using the same money for terror ranks, how he used to incite youngsters to go into the terror ranks, how he used to circulate the money to pump law and order situation, to destroy the law and situation on ground, and pulling youngsters to take down the Indian state in Jammu and Kashmir. These are the very serious charges that have been made by the SIA in today's race, because as far as today's race is concerned, most of the raids that were witnessed today were related to Sarjan Barkati's case.
All right, Zeenat, many thanks for getting us all those details, and of course we'll keep coming back to you on this developing story.